All right, you guys. So we are going to go ahead and go on to our assignment for today. So we are going to look at the mean, median, mode, as well as the lower quartile, upper quartile, and the min and max of all the numbers. So everything that we're going to do today has to do with the 10, 11, 8, 6, 8, 10, and 7. So let's go ahead and just knock out first and foremost, which is putting our numbers in order. So we're going to go down here, and as I put it in order, I'm going to cross that. So I've got 6, 7, 8, 8, 10, 10, and I have 11. So here are all of our numbers that we have. First and foremost, anytime that you're doing this, you need to go ahead and put it in order. So we're going to bump down here to the bottom to begin with so we can knock everything out. So like we had just talked about in the previous video, our mean is our average. So we're going to go ahead and add everything together. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 numbers, so I'm going to go ahead and divide it by 7. So I have 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 8 plus 10 plus 10 plus 11. So that gives us 60. And then we said that we're going to divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 60 divided by 7 equals 8.67 or 8.6. So we divide it by 7, which gives us, we said, our 8.6 for our mean. Okay? Now our median is our middle. So we're just simply going to cross out 6 and 11, 7 and 10, 8 and 10. So that gives us our middle of 8. Okay? Our mode is our most often seen number. So if we were to look at this, we see that 8 we see 2 times and 10 we see 2 times. So our mode is going to be both 8 and 10. And our range is very simple. So our range is going to be taking our max, which is 11, and we are going to subtract that from our minimum, which is 6, or at least. So 11 minus 6 is 5. So it's that simple with getting our mean, median, mode, and range. All right, so now let's go ahead and do all of our fun stuff over here. So our minimum that we're looking at is our smallest number, okay? And then we're putting together our box and whisker plot. So all we're doing is taking our information and then putting in data so that we're able to look at it. So since 6 is our smallest number, we're going to go ahead and put a dot over the 6, okay? And then 11 is our biggest number, so we're going to put 11, a dot over 11. So then to get this kind of up and running, we know that our middle number right here is our 8. So we're going to put a little line right here in our 8. And this is also known as Q2. Right? And this is all information that you're going to be able to have to be able to determine as you guys get your homework as well as for your CIA. So the lower quartile or your Q1 is going to be this simple. So you're going to take the number after your median, and so you've got a 6, 7, and an 8. So we're going to go ahead and find kind of like the median of this one. So we're going to get rid of the 6 and get rid of the 7. So our Q1 is going to be the 7. So we're going to put a little mark right here at our 7, and we're going to create our first box here. Okay? And then we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So we have a 10, and 11. So I'm going to get rid of my little one and my big one. So then my Q3 is going to be that bad boy, the 10. So I'm going to put a mark on the 10 right here, and then I'm going to go ahead and connect So our 7 is our Q1, and our Q3 is our 10. And that's what we have. So our minimum is our 6. Our Q1, or low quartile, is going to be a 7. Our Q2, or our median, is going to be an 8. Our Q3, or upper quartile, is going to be 10. And then our max is going to be 11. So to finish this off, we're just going to go ahead and make our whiskers right here. And that is actually how you do your box and whisker plot. Now let's go ahead and move on to some of our classwork. And we'll do just a few of these guys together so you're able to get started successfully on your assignment. So over here is asking us what your median is. So we know that this is going to be our minimum, right? And this guy is, the 10 is going to be our max. So we went over initially working through all this. Our initial median is that center one that we did. So your median is going to be 4. Now our inner quartile range is going to be seeing the distance between the max of your range and the minimum of your range. So it's really going to be your Q3 minus your Q1. So you're going to get that by doing the 9 minus 3, which is going to give you 6. Now we're not going to do all of these together, but just know that that min is going to turn into your max for your homework. Okay? Now, let's look here together. I'm going to leave this guy right here. Well, we'll do this guy together. So your max is going to be where your dot is, because we had already established that where the dots are going to be your minimums and your max. We don't have a dot here. So we're just going to go off of this one right here, which is your max, which falls into 10. And we did all of this in class together. Your lower quartile, or your Q1, is right here, where it's where we have that initial line. So that's going to be 2, and your max is going to be 7. So it's the max one right here. Now down here, with everything else that we're doing, you're still going to go ahead and put everything into your into order number-wise. So number 5 and 6 you should be able to do on your own. We're just going to go ahead and put it in smallest to largest. Your smallest number is going to go here as well as your largest. This one is going to be the middle number. And just remember, if it's even numbers, you add the 2 middle ones together and divide by 2. So let's go over your 5 number summary, which is everything that we kind of worked on up here. I should say in this one. All right, so the first thing that we do that we had talked about is that we're going to go ahead and put all your numbers in order. So I like to cross out everything that I do. So I'm going to do 53 and cross it off. And then I've got 54, which is my next number. And 58 looks to be next. We've got 61. 64. 67. And then 78. So let's go ahead and knock out our minimum and our max. So minimum is your smallest number, which is 53. And our max is going to be that 78. So that's our largest number here. Let's go ahead and find our Q2, which is our median. Okay, so let's get rid of your the 53 are small and a large. Get rid of small and large. Get rid of small and large. So odd numbers are really simple because there's no adding or subtracting or multiplying. So we know 61 is going to be our middle. Now, from here, I'm also going to go ahead, and I want you guys to get used to drawing this as well. So we'll put this as our 78, and then our 53. And then in the middle, we're going to go ahead and put 61 here. So let's go ahead and carry that guy up here, and then we'll put our dots, or the beginning part of our whiskers here. So we've got that 61 is our middle. So now we're just going to look at these guys right here. So we've got a 53, our small, and our large. So our Q1 is going to be the 54. So we'll put this guy at a 54, and we'll bump him up here, okay? And you guys can go ahead and put your box together if you choose to. So you can label that Q1. This is going to be your Q2. And if we were to look at these guys, you would get rid of your little and large, which leaves you at 67, which is going to be your Q3. And that's your Q3. We're going to connect those guys, and connect those guys, and let's just go ahead and put 54 here, and then put 67 here. And that is your 5-number summary, okay? On the back side, you've got front and back, so you still need to go through and determine everything. Remember, your IQR is if you were to take your Q3 minus your Q1. So if that helps you out, you can just go ahead and put Q3 minus Q1. But you need to go through and regardless of what you're looking at, just get used to putting everything in small to large. Don't be overwhelmed when you guys get to number 8. It's just larger numbers, but you're more than capable